Where are we here?
We are property, our summer house, our cottage in the Sweden side.
Okay.
It's the border of the Sweden and Finnish. And over there is Finland and here's Sweden.
And the river is called?
River is the Torniojoki.
Okay, so we're like 1.5 hours away from Rovaniemi.
Yes.
And then in Rovaniemi you usually live?
Yeah, that's the main, our main home is the Rovaniemi, and it's the Arctic Circle area, and it's on the Lapland, on north side of the Finland.
Where Santa Claus?
Yeah, of course, where the Santa Claus is living. Yeah.
And Trista.
And of course me, the second important person if you compare the Santa Claus. No, just kidding.
So like we're here spending like our summer holidays.
Yes.
But then I also know about your work, and I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
Because I find it really cool to hear how these topics around neurodivergency are handled in other countries, and what kind of support systems there are.
Yeah.
And I heard from you there is something really cool like offered in Rovaniemi in Finland for families and people with neurodivergencies.
Kyllä. Yes.
That's your work. So looking forward to have a conversation around this.
Yeah, of course. And do you wanna? I maybe explain it a little bit.
Yeah.
How it started. It's our project is called like Nepparihanke. Neppari is meaning like neuro. For me, I'm sorry the listeners, my English is not maybe the best, but luckily I have a Boris here, a little bit helping me. But we talk about when you have you are not like, we talk about, I hate word normal, but I have to now maybe a little bit use it because I really want you to understand it, what I'm talking, because if I can choose, I throw it, on the grass, the word normal, but now I have to use it. But we talked about so many times, our customers is like this kind of unneurotype person, meaning you can have it ADHD, autism spectrum, or Tourette syndrome, or specific language difficulties. And you don't have a diagnosis. If you can have the feeling maybe your closer, your family member or your children have you maybe know this, she or he have this kind of abilities, something, maybe something different, like if you compared like normal person. And we have two like this kind of background NGO like organizations who put their wise heads together because they know this, there's people need this kind of program over here in the Lapland, and we are working at Rovaniemi, Kemijärvi. There's the two places where we are now working. And Rovaniemi is like a capital of like a main city after Lapland. And my wise back organization, they put their wise heads together, and then they applied this kind of, you have to apply to get this program started, and for Finnish government they applied it and they get the program, and then they hire us, me and my colleague. I maybe forget to tell who I am. I'm a Trista and they hired me for planning like family activities. I'm a planner activities for the family. That's my main thing what I'm doing this program.
So specifically support families.
Yeah, supporting families and different lifetime, because we are talking about there's so many kind of when the kids are growing up. and what kind of situation families have, like when you get the diagnosis, or that you are wondering maybe there's something what we have to go to doctor and maybe have some answers
before they know.
Yeah, before you know. And over here we have a very long lines to get on the doctor, and when you need the help, it's like you need it straight away because the children, they are growing so fast. They need very early the help, and many times you get the help too late. And that's why our program, Neppari, try to be supporting families when you are on the line or you don't get that help yet.
Okay. Kind of for the time being.
Yeah, time being. We try to, how you say, ennaltaehkäistä. Like try to, like if we, ennaltaehkäistä means, it's a Finnish word, it means like, this is snowball. The small snowball is like this small. And that's the moment when you really need the help, because if you don't need it, the help, it's growing and growing, and then it's so big, and you don't, it's not maybe helping anymore the easy helps.
Like preventive.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, thank you, Boris.
Okay.
And
and what does the Neppari mean?
Neppari means is like a short name, like I will say now Finnish. Yeah. It's like a neuronkirjon perheiden arki näkyväksi. It means the un-neurotype families, the daily life to see, showing, like seeing they have like a place in the society.
Okay.
Yeah. It's much easier to say in Finland than English.
Okay.
Yeah. But because many times these families are like very, disappeared because they maybe don't have that kind of straight supporting or helping, because they are not like, they are like a middle of the, we say väliinputoja, because they don't have sometimes they don't have this kind of, they don't need so many helps, but a little bit like pushing or a little bit like, but not like that kind of, if we talking about people have a very special needs help or supporting.
I think what was interesting when we talked a little bit between the two of us was like, who in those families usually has it? And it can be not just one person, but multiple people. It
can be multiple because, in this, very often it's like when you are in family is one neurotype person, then it's very often there's like someone else, like my customers very often they're taking the children on the doctor, and the doctor is like wondering if there's something maybe ADHD or autism spectrum, and then the parents is like wondering, I was same kind of like my kid, but I didn't know that word and that it's meaning that. Yeah. I was thinking I'm just weird. Yeah. And nobody don't have like this kind of thinking or have this kind of difficulties or abilities to do things like.
So the kid is about to be diagnosed, but then maybe the parents also reflect.
Very often. That's the like a very usual story what I hear in. First the kid, then the parents. Because in this have this kind of knowledge, it can be going many families. Yeah. When you have.
And if one parent has it, then there's a chance that the other one has it too, because we kind of attract each other.
Yeah.
And you might be falling in love with somebody who.
Yeah. There's like very That's very often we like get knowing people, because it's very easy to be people who understand the.
Probably not all couples. I think they're also good to have a balancing
yes.
partner, like somebody typical. Okay. But then it could be that all family members.
Yeah, it could be the all, or there could be the both parents in, but children are not. But it's like I think ADHD is like if I remember correctly, is like a 50 or 60% can be if the parent, one of the parents have, then maybe the kids have.
Yeah.
And I think autism spectrum have a bigger level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe we start talking about the problems that those families have. So,
yeah.
What kind of things are very common that they start to have problems, or like what are the things you try to help them with?
And we try to maybe very often it's very basic things, because very often when you have a ADHD, very often children can have the problem about the sleeping, to get sleep, because because it's included that many often children have a problem about the sleeping, and if you have a diagnosed ADHD, because that's or eating and or the daily going washing your teeth, and if we talking about the small kid, or dressing up, because sometimes because you can be like sensitive about their clothes, about what they are the feeling, and if the food is tasting, they have to be separately, and have these kind of tools how to help making the the daily life a little bit easier. We have this kind of materials like this kind of visual pictures, like a calendar, or like this kind of school, you see what is happening next, and then after that what is then, because it's much easier when children can touch and like closing like that. Okay, I'm done this. Check it. Then you can close it the picture. Okay, what's next happening? And you have a picture and the text. Because many times when we speak, and if you have a hard focusing, then the message can go out, and you have something else more interesting than listen your parents. You have to brush your teeth, but there's happening something most important. There's beautiful butterfly on the window. I have to go there. This is like very bad example, but you maybe get the idea.
So this is one of these things you just mentioned is to help the little kids to get into better routines.
Better routines,
communicate
and communicate.
What's gonna be the next step.
And for the family, like parents get the tools how to with the visual material, how to get easier, because sometimes it's very chaotic thing, because you have so many things. You are working very often. If your parents, you are working same time, you are running the house, you are trying to feed the children, and there's a lot of things. And what you do, many parents do, they skip the relationship. That's not so important that way, because you try to survive, only the daily life, and sometimes you forget yourself and your relationship, because you just try to run in there, get everything done and everything staying balanced and get the work done, and children have a good balanced life. We try to get it a little bit easier.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course, those families are very different. The same thing what is happening one family, it's not maybe happening. It's very and very often the families get the idea, maybe we sharing this kind of tools what they can have it, but they choose which is working for them.
I can imagine there's kind of light cases, and they are easily being helped with some tools like that. And are there also bigger topics, bigger issues, problems that you're helping families with?
We are, I think, because we are the starting point. We are not, maybe if there's so much difficulties, then there's some other programs to help in. We are on the start when the snowball is this small.
But then you introduce those.
Of course. We try to find where to go and help the parents, because in Finland this moment the social and the healthcare, it kind of very this kind of secret labyrinth, You don't know where to get help, and it's very like bureaucratic, and you go other and they say some, you know, this kind of service, and they say, oh no, you cannot come here, and then they say go that other places, and they say no, you have to go back, and then they go back, and we try to help a little bit, like being like guiding where you really have to have the, you know, the help, and you know it's included for you because in the law, because sometimes the families are very alone when they try to guiding on the healthcare and the, you know, social services. And
just a moment.
Yeah.
It's just quick secure.
Yeah. Everything.
Just that it was important just to once get the safety feeling.
Yeah, of course there.
And then I'm gonna cut this out.
Yeah. Don't worry.
And then you brought also this box with you. Like maybe you can you tell us what this is about?
We often do this at the school, and this is very different kind of stimming. We not anymore saying toys because this is like a stimming tools, because very often when you should listening and or you don't have a right motivation and you have a this kind of need to move or doing something. Same time when you listen or doing some, you know, work, we just try to get normalize these kind of things. You know, we can use this when we are in the meetings or we are at the school, because it's much easier to listen or when you have something to do with your hands, and it's relaxing. I don't know why I didn't take straight away this, because I'm always a little bit nervous when we have this kind of, because this is like
and I love those too. Like I wondered if you brought them for my kid or for me or like, but like
or me either.
He just loves it and I love it too. And so like, what do you call those?
Stimming toys. Stimming tools we meaning today.
Sensory
tools,
stimming tools.
Because we have, I was like, because like you maybe now get idea what we have, but we have this kind of group, like, you know, who have the same experience, and then we meet like one per month with the youth group or the family parents group, and very often we have some topic and we bring these stimming toys. Stimming tools. Even me have to practice this.
Not
it's
to
not
call
toy.
This toy.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is tool.
And like okay.
And we are using these on the groups, and
then everybody is more concentrated or less concentrated?
They are more concentrated, and it's like relaxing, and it's giving you that, you know, you don't have to be like, now let's talk, and I'm watching you like, let's talk about this subject. It's you can be, you know, you can easily, how you say, säädellä. You can choose how much you are into that topic. Then you can be like, okay, I just listen and be myself. I don't have to be all the time present, but I can choose when I'm present and when I'm not, and relaxing and have something to do, because be like this, like a church, is like, I think nobody doesn't like this kind of. It's much easier when you have something to do with hands.
Really amazing. I love those.
Yeah, and there's a lot of this kind of. This is my favorite, like this kind of watering. And some they use, my clients use. They really liked when, because we are in Finland. Here's cold in the winter, and I forget one time this behind my car. And the youngsters, they really like it because they was cold. Because then it's like a sensory tool, you know, even then because in the heat you can, use it. It was more relaxing when it was cool than, this
time.
Was cool. Very cool, like, cold.
Cold, yeah.
And these are like a example what we bring at the school, like a high school, and for showing their parents, like if children have sometimes difficult to get very easily anxious, or have a hard to be situation where you like doctor time, where you maybe have to be a little bit like a stable and standing by. How easily when we have something, even our hands get more like comfortable and cozy than that you don't have nothing and you're a little bit anxious and you're scared to go. Or at the school when you have to listen, a lot of things you have to learn and listen, then the teacher is talking. It's not, and we try to say this is not just for, a neurotyping person, this is helping everybody, even you have a diagnosis or not. Because doing something in your hands, it's relaxing and it's fun. And like just a moment we was like a little bit laughing and
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Then we can talk more about kids support later, but then also like what are some of the smaller things that you help the parents with, kind of if they are more affected, or
we have
like their relationships
we have this kind of relationship camps. This kind of the parents, like very often when you have a family, you are like a dad and mom and forgetting maybe easily that we have a relationship. We have a forget maybe how to take care of the other and ourselves. And that we try to help, like keeping this kind of camps, like where we have this kind of sexual therapy, who is like, because I'm not professional about the sexual therapy, that's why I don't do like that kind of, I only focus in the, to keeping this kind of group where we can talk like experience, but the sexual therapy, it's giving this kind of lesson and trainees, but they can do it together and on the group, and we're sharing the experience, and then they have this kind of homework what they have to do before they are coming camps, and telling the love story about how they first love, because sometimes
what can be a homework?
The homework is like writing the love story and about what things you get in love first sight, because very often we get love those things what we maybe sometimes are being annoying when you
like you fall in love with the stuff that you're then so
annoying by and that's very often we have to just say it aloud and write it down, because very often when we have so many things like working and keep it running the family, daily life, you forget why I really like this guy. Or because we have different kind of this kind of showing the love. And that's most important telling, because someone really likes when someone is saying like I love you, I think, and someone is thinking the love showing is I helping you, not saying, because sometimes someone think it's not so easy to say, and especially when you are in Finland, where it's not used to that speaking feelings and emotions. And
it's love language.
In love language, the body language and the love language. But when we write it and speak it loud, what is my love language? What is your language? Because that maybe we are not talking about when we start a relationship. because we are on our hormones and everything is love language when we get in love. But when...
And some like to receive gifts. Some like to give gifts, but some people don't like to receive gifts. Or
and something like to do some active. Like after I do this, I make you house, building house, or I buy this thing what you think it was hard to get it. I clean it the whole house because I know you've been like very tired, but someone else is like, I really need you hug me or saying that I like touching me. But someone else says, I don't need to touch that moment, I just need you to helping my daily. But that's why it's very important with selling, because very often we think we know everything what is going on the other head. But we don't have that glass ball where you can, how you say, ennusta, there's no... We cannot know how, even though we have been many years and we have doing kids together, we cannot know how the other is feeling. And because we are growing all the time, we are developing, we are changing. That's why we have to talk and talk and talk. And that's the main, maybe, we practicing again how to talk and how to talk straight and write it down, because sometimes it's very hard to talk, and especially if we talk about sex, how we like to touch. That's very sometimes really hard to talk. But it's very important.
It's only hard for Finnish people to talk about this, but for anyone.
And that's our relation. Then we have like this kind of sometimes the parents want to come with us, and sometimes they just want someone is just listening, not giving any advice, not telling what to do, just listening, just telling everything what is wrong and how difficult this is, because it's getting much easier because you are just not thinking on yourself on the head. Just get off on your body. And that's sometimes I'm like, I didn't get anything for my client. I didn't give you any material or any tools or what you can use at home. And sometimes your customer, but you listened. That's I needed that moment to be present as there's someone and not getting, because when get many times be present and listen is the most important. Our client then get so many tools and materials. When they ask it, then I give this bucket of the tools. Yes, I have the material, but I don't offering them like worsen them, because they'll be listening like this kind of, do your children sleeping too little, or thank you, or is there it's eating too little, or do you have an activated? Parents are doing their best, and sometimes it can be some little thing.
And what have you seen, like, where families been able to manage really well and like live a happy life? Like, what are the things they maybe adjusted, or
I think
what is some little success?
Success for me, when they they accept that some things are a little bit difficulties, but some things are what in normal family they don't get, because you have to be so present and you have to be so straight about your feelings. And with the children, when you are learning, the children are learning the parenting too. It's hardcore if you compare normal parenthood, but it's giving much more, I think. And sometimes maybe that, being, how you say, merciful yourself, that's the key. You don't have to be perfect. I think this day, because we constantly watching the other families and the social media get idea, and we have ourselves idea what kind of family life we want to have. And when yourself or your family member or the kids have a diagnosis, you maybe have to throw away that idea what you had on your mind, and sometimes give it up. That it's the best thing, because then you are open them so many beautiful things what you have, what other families doesn't have. And maybe that's I think most important for me is not that I give the materials, just keeping the group, where's the same situation kind of people, and they know what they're talking about. They don't.
So they talk also to each other.
I just give the topic and they do the rest.
Yes.
And of course I look, everybody have get the possibility to get spoken, because sometimes when we get excited, there's some people who are very like telling everybody, then I'll be like, okay, now it's your turn.
And I mean, it's the similar idea behind the Neurospicy Founders, where the common factor is that people have a company to run. Like in your case, people have a family.
And they are working, and they try to combine that. And that's maybe the hard, because sometimes the kids cannot be there full time at the school, and they have to be doing this kind of different kind of situation to be at the home, and the working place should be more flexible about that, because it's not like maybe sometimes the kids have to come at home earlier because he have this kind of overload or meltdown at the school, to have a safe place at the home, and then and the parents, you have to try to combine their working life and be at the home, and that's not easy. And that's like what I was so nice to hear you have this, because I really know that parents really want to have this kind of, who are the same situation, they know the experience, they know what they're going through. I think that's the helping, because you don't have the feeling you are yourself.
Right. I think that's the interesting overlapping part, is like the people who run a company, they could make a difference for their employees and create a better work environment. But then also many, of course, have families of their own, so there's so many overlaps. Then how big are your group meetings usually?
2 hours and 1 per month.
And how many participants?
When we started, it was like 3 or 4, and now in Rovaniemi we have 9 person.
Okay.
And now
couples come together or by themselves?
By themselves, or sometimes in couple. Or then we have this kind of private meeting, only the workers and the only the the couples or the only one parents.
And then with kids you meet separately?
No, the kids can come or separately. It's always what is the best for the family. We do it. We don't force it. We don't do it like only the kids or only the parents. Very often we have the whole family, and we be like talking about with the kid and the parents and together situation, and try to have what could be helping you. And sometimes we just try to themselves figure out and be just helping about what are the issues, because sometimes it's so hard to find what is the difficulty. What is the main difficulty? Because it feels like everything, because there's so many levels and so many things happening at the same time when you are you know, when you're working and you're parents, and if you have you know, some, and if maybe you are think about it, maybe I have a diagnosis, should have some diagnosis, or my children have a, and maybe that's the main task. Just figure out, families will help figure out what's the main difficulties and what they would think which can be the helping about situation. Okay, cool. And then we give the materials.
Yeah. What kind of materials are there, or like?
They like very this kind of course, expect that you are children or you are youth or you are starting independent yourself, like you are starting 18, because that's the different level, because then the responsibility is growing and it's different kind of support what you need when you are moving out at home. And of course the parents want to support you when you try to get first independent step adult life. But we have this kind of different kind of materials, like for children I was explaining earlier, we have a lot of this kind of pictures or emotions, because get know what emotion I have on it, or what things calm me down. Because often when after school or on the school, because this environment is very social. There's social codes more than home, or there's a lot of this kind of sensitivity, you know, the loud voices and, you know, the, you know, how would you say it? Sensory. There's a lot of sensories, like what you can sensitive with the sensories at the school. And of course you have to be a lot of focusing and, you know, try to learn things. And that's why you maybe can have it this, you know, your brain are overload, and you can have the shutdown or meltdown for it, or and very also usually when you go home, the children are like they can broke, you know, they have this kind of emotion coming out. And that's why we have this kind of emotions, like trying to find what emotions are behind like meltdown or shutdown situations.
They also use visual.
Yeah. Many times we use a visual because it's helping, or we, you know, if you write like a rules, if it's only like this kind of tick 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 tick, so many words, it's like we try to take the words like a species, like easy pieces, like we say in Finnish pilkkoa. Just take part of first and give it, and then after that part of and give it. Because if you give all information, it's like okay, I don't know how to start. Like one of my customer, if you say cleaning the room, should I vacuum it first? Should I pick up stuff first? Or what I should do? I don't know what to start. I know what I should clean it, but what I have to do it first. And that we mean pilkkoa. You take part where to start, what after, and what then. And that's helping a lot of when we do it. Sometimes, or if you want to go to grocery store with the children, and sometimes that can be very difficult because there's candies and, you know, so many things, and they can have this kind of situation at the school, like overload a little bit, like because there's so many things happening at the same times. Then we have a picture about the, you know, the grocery store, this kind of, you know, where you go. Yeah, thank you. And there's a picture what kind of things we should put, and then we can check it together with the kid what we have there. We don't have a milk, we have to take it. When we have a picture, it's much easier.
A shopping cart. A shopping list.
Shopping list and the picture on the pictures.
Okay, cool.
But
is this program like unique to Rovaniemi, or do you also have this in other cities? And do you also know from other countries?
I don't know other countries, but we have a lot of these kind of things at Finland, and we are like coping this thing, Kanta-Häme, Arjen Kesyttämö. I will send you a link, which is like maybe the first one who it was first like us project, and then they started this kind of material and make that material, and we are using that material, and because they really want to, people use it, because it's helping. It's so many times parents are, okay, this is only the picture, and this is, but how this can help in like going to the grocery store and you put the thing, but many times they be like, okay, this really helps my children. Do not get, emotion, this kind of meltdown when we are not buying the candy.
So it's the small things that
very small things, And like a Kanta-Häme, Arjen Kesyttämö, they are like doing the same kind of thing. They are helping this area when the snowball is very small. Because if we help families and supporting when the small ball is this tiny, then maybe it's not growing that fast, like very big, and then you need this kind of very hard support. And it's costing money, government, so hard that is hard if we help already when we are here.
And how are you promoting it? Like, how do people find out about it?
Of course, for me it's very hard to say because I came this project halfway. My colleague Sini Spirinare, he's been like the whole 3 years because the program been now 3 years, and now we start the new kind of the same, but a little bit like focusing on the departments now because because kids have a lot of supporting things, and many times the service and are forgetting the parents. And they don't have this kind of support, and that will be the next 3 years. But social media and
you
happenings.
Have your own social media channel?
Yes, we have our own social media, and then we be so many happenings like this kind of. We have like this autism winter day, like it's like this kind of where people are connecting, like same kind of this kind of service or programs, and we are like telling what we are like doing, and people get knowing the different kind of and then we have been telling about the Rovaniemi social and healthcare, like try to just tell us, we have this kind of thing. If you have a customers, they are thinking and the lines are big, you can try to tell our place, and then they get some help, not just waiting.
You say customers, but they are paying for it, or they
no
get it for free,
they are free, in free. We say clients and customers because they are not patients. No, they are customers and clients. And they are not paying anything. It's totally free. Every material we are giving is free. Because the Finnish government is support this program. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff, and of course maybe the camps we have like this kind of very small amount, like 20 euros, and then you can have the whole weekend. The room at the hotel and the food and everything. But the small amount is because get people, they are really sure, we are sure they are coming there, because when they have little this kind of pay, only the camps. But not like we have this kind of team, we very often like this, we are often like getting some professional in Rovaniemi and telling about some chapter, like about which is included this kind our families, and like this kind of team day we have like
what kind of
team day subject, and for example we have like neurotypes and like trucks, how when I was speaking about this small snowball, when it's gonna be bigger, there can be like risk drug problem or risk about the pull out on the society if you are not supporting these families, like this kind of professionals to telling, or some parents who have herself like autism spectrum and telling what her experience being like growing up the children and working same time. We have this kind of and paying of course the professional or the talkers who came our events and paying them, but not the clients who are coming there. They just come free, and we have always something snack there, very good snacks.
Unfortunately you have to come to Rovaniemi.
Yeah, of course you have to, but
it's beautiful.
You can see it's quite beautiful, even though you can see the Finnish side is beautiful there.
Seeing Finland here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Then thank you for telling us about all this.
Thank you, and I hope you get idea and it's good.
It's very inspiring.
It's good. Well, I hope you understand my English. Thank you invite me over here.
It's great work that you're doing. It's important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
You did so well.